Hello, my tiki takis. I'm hoping everyone is doing good. Hi, guys. My life story is right behind me, so that's putting away. But anyway, guys, it's Friday. I hope everybody's having a great Friday. I just wanted to come on and talk about obviously the whole scandal that's happening about, I'm not gonna say his name, the white man that shot at a couple of people, killed two, injured I don't know how many. Basically the charges was all put against him, and he basically was found not guilty on all charges. I'm not surprised, because at the end of the day he's a white man, so we already know how the white privilege thing already happens and how it goes on. So I'm not surprised. But I am a little disappointed, because how did you find him not guilty on all charges? These people was hitting him with the hands, a skateboard, and he had a freaking AKA freaking gun, like a huge ass gun. And I can't fathom to understand the fact that if it was a black person, if it was a Hispanic person, okay, that would not have been the same judgment that we would have got if we were in that situation. And I know most definitely it would not have gone down like that. You know, we would have been found guilty, okay, on all charges, all right, and probably added on some charges. This is why it frustrates me so much, because it's never changing. Like, a lot of people talk about it, but no change happens. Even the people in Hollywood, they talk about it and they go against the grain sometimes, and I still don't see no progress, no people getting better at things. Like, it's always at the same pace. It quiets down, and then bow, another white person does something that is totally uncalled for, totally disrespectful, totally unnormal, and we justify it with he was nervous, he was scared, he was doing it to protect his own self. Are you serious? You couldn't shoot at the person's legs? This way they could stop coming after you if you were doing it for self-defense? You couldn't shoot these people in the feet because he was coming at you with a skateboard? Like, does that make sense? It does not to me at all. And it's just a continuation of disrespect for the African American people, and also any people of color. Excuse me. It's just a blatantly disrespect smack in the face. This is why our people are so scared to even be around officers, you know? Like, we don't call cops only if it comes down to saving someone's life, because, you know, you see somebody in the street dying, or, God forbid, a family member, like, you know, are sick and heart attack. That's what we call 911. But we don't function well with officers in the streets, because there's no confidence in you're doing your job for me. No, you're doing your job for white people. You know what I mean? You're doing your job for your own people. And it's a sad thing to say, because there's a lot of officers, yes, that are colored people also, but they put sometimes their work in front of their morals. Okay, because I have seen a couple of colored officers, and they act the same way the white officers act. And some of them act even more privileged. You know what I mean? Because you're walking around with a badge. I think that all officers should go through a basic training of therapy to see if they have the morals to be able to deal with the circumstances that they put into. Because it's very sad that they are so quick to shoot at a black person, okay? Like, so quickly to pull out a gun and shoot at them. And not only them, because mental health people, also people that are suffering from mental health, they also get shot at very fast. They also have been killed because they don't know the reaction of what those people's gonna go do when they come in the apartment. So most mental health people, when you call the ambulance, cops come, and sometimes they not prepared to deal with what's going on. So if the person attacks them, they're gonna pull out their weapon and go ahead and defend themselves. But this is a person that suffers from mental health. So if you know this already and the caller told the situation to the person, I think that the officers that are responding to the situation should be officers that are already trained in mental health, just so they can know the basic rundown of what's going on. You just can't go in and a person is suffering from schizophrenia and tell them, put your hands behind your back and turn around, because they're not understanding that these people see things. You know what I mean? So it's just, it saddens me. We have to make a change, and it has to start where? At the root of the problem, which is basically for the law enforcement. You don't hear firemen burning other people. You don't hear none of that. All you hear is always officers killing colored people. And then there's no justification. There's no, oh, you are jail. No, you do, because they already know that they're going to get away with it. Come on, when is the last time have you ever heard of a person that killed a colored person that is in law enforcement has done life in jail? Point out how many people. Please let me know. Put it under the video. I want to know. It's just to the point already where I'm fed up. I can imagine just everybody else that has it worse than me, because I'm a gay man, and believe me, I have got myself called names. I have done heard all of it, and I used to dress as a woman at one point of my life, almost 17 years. So I get the fact of being discriminated and being put down just because of the person you are, but I learned at a very, very early age to love myself and to keep myself at a place where I know that I am good, I am healthy, I am kind, and I am well. So once you're sure of yourself in that way, nothing can put you down. But that does not mean that it gives you the right to be able to speak to me or anyone else in a manner that's not respectful. This is why I repeat and I say people need to realize where they are, who they are, what they work in, and how to deal with their jobs. I just feel like officers need to do a lot of more training before becoming officers. We could avoid a lot of killings, issues. We can avoid so much of this if we just go about it in the right way. And it's not going to be something that y'all going to waste millions and millions of dollars in. I just feel like officers' training need to be a little more longer, more serious. Let them do evaluations on them to make sure they okay to be an officer. You know what I mean? So it's just on those basics. I am so upset that this man came out not guilty on all charges. I'm dumbfounded still. And I want everybody to keep it peaceful. You know what I mean? If you have an issue with the way you feel, talk about it with someone like I'm doing. Talk about it with your friends. Let it out in a healthy way. Don't give these people any more fire to put inside the wood just to make us be the bad people. You know what I mean? To feel the little controversy that they're always trying to put us in. You know what I mean? Because when we get frustrated and we get fed up and we speak our voice and then we get frustrated and we get to the point where we're going to put our hands on people, then they want to be like, oh, but look at the way y'all act. And then, you see what I mean? So let's not give them that. You know what I mean? Speak your mind. It's better off. Because at the end of the day, they are the ones that's going to end up looking like they look right now. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, I know that these people do not feel good about themselves after that decision. Like, you trying to tell me you feel okay with letting this man off with no charges at all? Come on. Come on. Like, where is our justice system? Like, it's nowhere. It's always giving the break to the white man. It's always giving the second chance to the white man. Okay? Like, we are in the 2021s and there is no change in that pact of the way African Americans is treated in this country is so sad, but it has not improved at all. For gay people, it has improved. And still, for African Americans, it has not. It has still been the same thing. They still treated with disrespect. They still feel unsafe to be around officers. And that's something sad to say, because officers are supposed to make you feel more safe in your home, in your neighborhood, in everything. And for a person, just to feel like, to be a person, to be scared of even dealing with officers, that to me is just, like, I feel so horrible to know that this is how people feel. Like, in a car, when you see an officer, you're supposed to feel safe, but no, you feel like, oh my God, are they looking at me? Are they gonna stop me? Is he gonna shoot me for no reason just because of my, like, that is so sad. Like, it just dumbfounds me. I'm so upset at the fact that we still doing this, and it's so many different stories has happened, so many tragedies, so many people we have lost, so many family members that are still to this day crying and dealing with their loss, and there is no improvement for these people to see. It's sad. I'm gonna leave it like this. If you cannot love yourself and love others the same way you love yourself and your family, at least giving them the respect that they deserve as a human being, then you need to check yourself. You need to find out why you fucked up in the head and why you're not right inside. Because at the end of the day, you shouldn't judge a person for their color skin. You shouldn't judge a person at all. That's what God is for. Don't judge nobody. Love, understand, patience, and you know what? The most important, forgiveness. Because at the end of the day, if you can forgive these people, then you're not going to be in a place of peace. But that does not mean that just because you forgive, you okay. No, we want change. And until change don't start happening, believe me, things are not going to get better. So from Frankie to you guys, be safe, keep your word, and speak your mind in a safe way. Bye, guys.